While your brain can't stop fearing nuclear war, the psychology behind it. With nuclear rhetoric appearing in headlines more than any time in decades, more people are quietly experiencing something psychologists call nuclear anxiety, and most don't even realize it. Nucleomitophobia, a term used informally to describe the fear of nuclear war, comes from nucleus, Latin for kernel or inner part, later adopted in atomic science, and phobos, the Greek word for fear. But the fear itself isn't really about explosions. It's about uncertainty, irreversibility, and the sense that something too big to control could change the world in an instant. Nuclear threats sit in a unique psychological category. They're invisible, unpredictable, and global. You can't see radiation, you can't sense fallout, you can't predict when or if anything will happen. The threat is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Your brain constantly predicts the future, trying to keep you safe by imagining what might happen next. But nuclear threats don't follow patterns. They don't behave like storms or people. They're abstract and technological, controlled by forces far outside your reach. When the brain can't predict a threat, it treats the entire future as uncertain. Your brain also struggles to separate imagined danger from real danger. When you picture a nuclear scenario, your body reacts as if something is happening now. Your heart rate rises, your muscles tense, and your mind becomes alert. This is your survival system preparing for possibilities, even if they never occur. Nuclear threats feel heavier than other dangers because they represent finality. Most fears involve recovery. Nuclear scenarios feel permanent. The brain reacts strongly to anything that threatens the continuity of life, society, or the future. This creates a unique form of existential anxiety. Information overload makes the fear stronger. News, documentaries, movies, and games often portray nuclear conflict with intensity. You receive fragments of dramatic imagery and worst-case scenarios. Your brain tries to assemble these fragments into a coherent picture, but the picture is incomplete. When information is overwhelming but unclear, the mind fills the gaps with imagination. You don't need personal experience to fear nuclear threats. Emotional memory can be inherited through family stories, cultural narratives, or historical education. Your brain stores the emotional tone of these stories, not the accuracy. That emotional imprint can resurface whenever the topic appears. Nuclear anxiety isn't just fear of destruction. It's fear of losing the systems that make life predictable: electricity, communication, community, routine. The brain relies on stability to feel safe. Anything that threatens that stability feels enormous. Psychologists have found that uncertainty creates more anxiety than danger itself. A known threat has rules, an unknown threat has none. Nuclear scenarios are defined by uncertainty, unknown timing, unknown scale, unknown consequences. The brain reacts to that uncertainty by imagining every possibility, and that imagination becomes the fear. So if nuclear anxiety weighs on you, it doesn't mean you're overreacting. It means your brain understands the scale of the unknown. Nucleomitophobia is fear of unpredictability, irreversibility, and the collapse of the systems that keep life stable. It's not fear of technology, it's fear of a future you can't imagine, and the mind fills that blank space with possibility.